I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming concert that New Amsterdam is doing in March, specifically March 16 and March 19. And I'm pretty excited about the program. It's got a huge amount of variety. It's mostly poetry settings, and I think you're going to enjoy it. One of the exciting things about this concert is that we decided to commission Dale Trumbore, who is getting to be a big name in this country and being performed all over the world. I've known about Dale Trumbore for probably 6 to 8 years, and I got the idea about 3 years ago that we should ask her to do a commission. So we lined her up and then started negotiating over texts, and that was a wonderful process. Dale Trumbore suggested poets, and she suggested specific things, and we all read them, and we told her our favorites. And the absolute favorite from the beginning was the one about a child learning to count. And it's very funny and very true to the experience of people who've raised little children, so it touches one's heart. I didn't set out to do an all-women composer concert. It happened. And once I was midway through choosing things, I thought, well, this is really kind of cool. Let's see how far I go. And it turned out that I didn't have to struggle to finish up. I already had about 4 women composers. It was no problem to get 2 more. And then I fell in love with a piece by a man composer, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do this piece. It fits with the rest of the program. I'm never going to call this a program of only women composers, because I don't like that. I think that belittles women composers. They should be picked because of their composing and not because they're women. And by the way, Dale Trumbore feels the same way about being cast as a woman composer. She's eloquent on that subject. She wrote a whole article about it. And so is Louise Talma. When she got an award, she got a citation because she had already composed 40 works, but she received 2 Guggenheim Fellowships, and she was the first woman composer elected to the American Academy and Institute of Arts and Letters. And the citation presented to her by that organization included this remark: many of her admirers who had grown accustomed to seeing or hearing her referred to as one of our foremost women composers have noticed with pleasure in recent years that she is being referred to more and more often without any qualification at all as one of our foremost composers. So that's my thinking as well. I don't know why I waited 30 years to go back to Louise Talma, but I love her so much, and her music is accessible and individual. Really, I find it so much fun. The melodic lines are quirky for the chorus, but the parts for the woodwinds are an absolute joy. They are light and uplifting, and it's so unusual to have a piece for chorus with flute, oboe, bassoon. It's a wonderful combination, and it somehow fits, to me, it fits more with E. E. Cummings than strings would. Talma is very funny, I think, even though her work is serious. She says that she's a slow worker. She told an interviewer that she averaged 4 measures a day when composing, and then she hunts until she finds the right note. Her music can be classified in 3 periods. One is sort of a neoclassic period. That would be from 1925 to 1951, followed by a serial period, 1952 to 1967, and finally an atonal but not serial period at the end. And in an obituary in the New York Times about her in 1996, Alan Kozin wrote this: she used the 12-tone technique, that is the serial technique, as a way of creating themes rather than as an escape from conventional tonality. And he said that lyricism and a sense of a tonal center remained crucial elements of her work. And that's why I love it, because it is tonal but very interesting.